so they have no wisdom. The scripture says Most High didn't impart to her wisdom. They're just emotional. Most High's not dealing with that, man. That'll get you killed. Throwing your emotions will get you killed, how you feel. That's what the scripture calls what? Trusting in your own heart, man. Instead of dealing with what's in the scriptures. Read this, Proverbs 28:26.
It's coming.
Yeah, it is coming.
I think the white man's true state of origin. There's a lot of ET still a lot of all of us. The extraterrestrial brothers and sisters.
Right.
It's just you eat chicken.
Yeah, of course.
They eat us. It's the way it is. It's just the nature, the next nature of the spiral of nature.
Right.
It's like when I go to my friend says, come to my farm. I have some chicken eggs. I'm going to give you fresh chicken. I say, yeah, let's go. I go to the farm. The chickens freak out, right? When they see me, and they all come back. They don't care. They don't give a flying you know what about me. All they care about is what chickens do. They cluck, they eat, they make. It's just like us. All we care about is what we do. We don't know what's going on. We don't care what's going on.
No, there's no fear.
I gotta tell you, these are the lords of darkness. You're right. They're evil, demonic Satan worshippers for sure. They do worship Satan.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. The meat families, all these politicians, they sit on the meat signs. All of them.
Yeah.
There's a guy who was a Mason who said that's the biggest joke. Politicians, they all selected way before they get up there.
Yeah. They take them as children, actually. I heard a lot.
Yeah, they're all
related too.
Yeah, they're all related. Obama was related.
Even Obama was, I think.
He's related to Cheney. I think his 8th cousin. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are related. You see what I'm saying?
The evil Cheney?
Yeah. They're all related, man.
Yeah, I had a friend who did what like you did. You'd go on the street with a lot of, showing all the, what was happening historically.
Right.
It's interesting. Yeah, the 12 tribes, yeah. I used to see the black brothers out here, the real, like Israeli. They say they were the true tribe of Israel.
Right.
They're pretty militant too. They got a lot of, they got a lot of heat.
Right.
That was back in 20 years ago.
No, but they're still out. They're still out. They're still everywhere.
Yeah.
They grow now because of YouTube.
Yeah, it's
interesting. Yeah. Every camp has a different spirit.
That's important, man, for the black man. There's a lot. We all been slaves sometime. It's just it's your people this late, this time in history. We all been slaves.
But that was the most horrid. Because a group of people are brought from one end of the earth to the other. And most people that's in slavery, one thing they always retain is their identity. They always know who they are. They always have pride in their heritage. You ask some people, who are you? They can't tell you. Can you speak the language that your forefathers spoke on the slave ships? Hell no. They don't know their God, they don't know their identity, they don't know any of that. And they were re-educated. See?
Just like the natives,
Yeah, same thing. And they cut their hair.
Natives, excuse me.
Yeah. But are you native?
May have some, a little bit, maybe.
Because you look kind of native.
Yeah. May have a little bit of native.
Yeah. They re-educated them, man.
Yeah.
They put them on reservations. See? But, that's what we teach you. This is definitely going to come here.
Yeah.
We're just one attack away.
Yeah, AI is serious.
Yeah. 5G technology.
5G's already weaponized.
Yeah.
Weaponizing.
Yeah. They
want to keep us further and further from like our natural organic self.
Right.
Like actually just connecting to the earth.
Yeah.
Take you farther away from the earth.
Right.
Farther away from the natural rhythm of the cycle of the universe, the sun, the earth.
You were in the military or not?
Deeper.
No.
I don't know, man. I wasn't myself. I was a heroin addict.
Right.
But actually, I was knighted, by the Knights Templar. So don't ask me how or why.
Really?
Bizarre.
So you were part of that world?
Well, not really. Why? I'll tell you why.
Right.
But I was a heroin addict. I had no bloodlines there. And I was just, playing with a little bit of the occult. It was just out of kick because I was disfranchised from religion, obviously, because the Catholic Church to me is
Right.
not the real Word of God,
Right.
but the Church.
Right.
Church of Rome is the Church of Satan, in my opinion. No offense to you.
No, we don't deal
Catholic
with the
Church. The Vatican's one of the most evil.
Yeah.
They're all in bed with each other. They're all come from the ancient Masonic orders. Yeah.
They're all warlocks.
Yeah. you know I heard from the original Egyptian, the books of Egypt, the ancient libraries of Alexandria. When Rome stole it, they invaded, they burnt it. They say they burnt all the texts. They didn't. They took it all for themselves, man. And it's in the Vatican library.
The Greeks,
now.
told me, the Library of Alexandria. Of course, they said they got a library in the Vatican that's I think it's like 6 blocks long underground.
Yeah.
See, they got our history. They know who we are.
Yeah, the black man is strong, man.
Yeah.
That ancient heritage. I heard the real black man is from Syria. It's a different star system. We'll
come from Israel.
Blue black blood is from Syria. Syrian.
Well, Israel. Because what we're teaching is that we're the Israelites, people that came here as slaves. We come from the east. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, and a lot of my Jewish friends, they really respect black people because they know their plight, because they feel the same plight of like a slavery and being persecuted.
Right.
But I said they really like black people. It's interesting because they're so white, and professional.
Well, I don't know if they like black people because a lot of them know that they're not the people. You know what I'm saying?
Check out, if you go to YouTube, check out Dan Winter's view on the Sephardic Jews who are like darker.
Yeah, right.
And he called what are the white Jews called?
Khazars?
No,
Ashkenaz.
Ashkenaz. The Ashkenaz are the white Jews.
Yeah.
And he explains the bloodlines of the Ashkenaz.
Right.
He says they're actually reptilian, reptilian bloodline. That's the reptile, nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty. No soul.
Well, I don't know, reptilian, but they're definitely the wicked. They're the wicked. But like I was saying with you said you were part of the Knights Templar. Did they tell you in the Knights Templar that this is coming?
Oh yeah, we know about it, but this is what I was told by one of my friends. He goes, "You're lucky you didn't get knighted by it because the original order was from the Sinclair family in Rosslyn Chapel. You know about the Sinclairs? They're buried in Rosslyn Chapel, like since the 1300s. So that's a true Knights Templar order. The order I was initiated in was a secondary order that was, they convinced Ian Sinclair, who was about 80 years old now. I said, why don't you start an original order? Because he felt that the Knights Templar were more patriarchal, that they worship more the goddess tradition. The goddess traditions was way before patriarch. In other words, the original text, not like God the Father, it was like goddess, mother. Because mother births everything. She needs us though. You can't birth anything without us, right?
No, because the scripture tells you the Father, but we know in the Masonic world, they all worship the alma mater, the nourishing mother. That's where they got the Statue of Liberty. All that goes back to the ceramicists, Isis in the past. The Egyptians, the Babylonians, it's the same thing.
But and that's when they twisted like darker. I mean, so it's But I was told I wasn't knighted by Ian Sinclair, so I didn't get like the energy from the real Knights Templar.
Oh, okay.
I was knighted by one of his followers, so I didn't get. I was knighted, but I wasn't like. It was if the Sinclair knighted me, that would have been trouble.
Right.
And actually, we would disband it anyway. You know why? Because Ian Sinclair got so much pressure from the patriarchal order in Europe. He said, because we allowed women into the order.
Oh, no.
We allowed women.
Right.
And they ain't like that shit.
That's right. They cut it off. There's some more, or just like the Bohemian Grove. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Over there in California, all the elites gather and they have a council of what they're going to do for the rest of the year.
They're all pedophiles. They sacrifice children.
Yeah.
They're all sickness, man.
Yeah. All of them. Did you ever have any? Did you have any dealings?
No, it's not as a temporary deal. We disbanded very quickly. I was knighted within 2 years. We were.
What he said? Yeah, but I was saying, I wanted to,
this shit is coming, bro. We gotta stop this because 5G is weaponized, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
People look at the average person around you. They don't care about that.
They don't care. They want to stay in their little trap.
Yeah, they social media, Instagram.
Why were you called?
There's a Most High. See, because I didn't think I would grow up doing this. It's just like when you read the story of Moses. The scripture says he was the son of the Pharaoh's daughter. You can imagine. You ever seen that movie with Eddie Murphy coming to America?
Yeah, I don't watch TV.
Oh, okay.
I don't even own a TV. I won't be because that's part of this.
Okay.
That's why I don't own a TV.
Okay.
I mean, a computer's bad enough.
Yeah. But he had servants on the right, servants on the left. You see what I'm saying? So he was high up there in Egypt, and what happened? The Most High called him to be a prophet. See, and there's nothing he could have done about it.
Yeah, I think it's just our destiny. We're just called to the path.
Yeah, you're just
and I'm like,
predestinated.
I don't know, pray for me, brother, because lately it's been hard, man. I just sometimes just want to give up. I have my own business, but it's been rough, man. Because I was sharing some of this with some of my clients, they fucking fired me, dude. They said,
you can't.
Fired me.
Yeah. I was just talking about wisdom earlier.
They fired me, man. I lost about $2,000 a week. I'm like, I'm coming back now stronger because I have to believe that the Lord is watching me. That's the only way, man. Otherwise, I'll just want to go off myself.
Yeah, like the scripture says, don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. See, not everything is for everybody. You don't share certain information.
Yeah, like this, you have to come and you can't bring it to someone. Bring it here, and then people will come to you. I know this, so I identify your mission, your goodness, and your heart. Because I know you're a good man, you're a heart. And you just want justice, man. It's about justice. Black man's powerful, man. What's happening now? The old gay, all the men are becoming faggot. You see it? Yeah, man. It's like all the men are turning gay. And it's like, wow, it's the latest thing,
It's a trend.
Yeah, but that's this too. They're doing this. They're destroying the family. They want to destroy They want to destroy it. Separate us all. Separate us.
That's how you destroy any nation. By giving power to the woman. And they feminize or emasculate the men. See? And then they know that the women won't teach their children because they're easy to manipulate. And that's what you got this.
You know Reverend Jake's work on YouTube? TD Jakes?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
He's a part of this whole.
You think so too? He's already bought in?
Of course. Anybody who has an established church with thousands of followers and making millions of dollars, you have to have a charter with the government. That's why California telling churches now, you guys better accept the LGBT community. Y'all better accept it. If y'all want to keep remain tax free, you better change up your doctrine.
Whoa, is that right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
They give them the ultimate because the government give them stipends.
Wow.
See what I'm saying?
That's how they use.
Yeah.
They use the system to devalue them, and then the kids grow up and they say like, I just want to be gay because that's the coolest thing.
Because my pastor said it's okay.
Destroy the family.
Yeah. They control you through your leaders. All these leaders are bought and paid for. See? Now see, we don't got no established church. Do what the Lord told us, come out to the street. We put it up on the internet. Until these things happen, which these things are around the corner. And like we said, 5G, the chip, which everything is getting integrated more with the chip. You see MTA, they're about to do away with MetroCard. You see it?
No, what are they going to do now?
You have to pay for with your phones. You see that? They call it the...
I heard something about it,
Yeah. That's the name for it, man.
Yeah, I saw something. It's like...
Omni, something like that. You pay for with your phone. They have it at Fulton Street.
Yeah.
You pay for it with your phone. They want to do away with the card.
It's crazy. And soon they'll just be putting this into your neck,
Yeah.
That's what they want.
There was a guy from Sweden who came here. I said,
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh man, God bless you, brother. What's your name?
Same here. Shaq with Dunn.
Alexander, good to meet you. Pray for me, bro. I need some.
Appreciate that. Yeah, of course. Lord will. No problem. We're building with you. It could be a confusion of face. It could be a Gadite too. Or Reubenite. You never know. See? But like I was telling him, get an Omni Metro Pass or whatever. It's here, man. These people are here. And he said, we gotta stop this. You can't stop nothing. It's prophecy, man. The only thing the Most High do, you just gotta be aware, man. You keep pushing the word, man. Right? Matter of fact, there's a scripture I think in the book of Lamentation. But he said his was like the order he was a part of was a branch. A branch was like a sub branch that broke off from the real thing. And it got disbanded quickly. So it wasn't original Knights Templar. What he said? Yeah, I think it was Knights Templar, whatever you mentioned. You see? But he had some knowledge because when you join the Brotherhood, to some degree, they let you know what's going to take place, man. The higher you walk, the more you learn. And the more you grow up, tell you that all you learned before was all BS, man. Then they open your eyes, man, to what really goes on in this society. See, but we didn't have to join no demonic, evil, wicked, pedophiliac, Masonic order. Yahawashi gave us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We had peace secret at the time. Okay? And through this knowledge, we know all things. That's what the scripture says. You have the unction from the Holy One. You get that? 1 John chapter 2, verse 20. Bringing out this truth, boy. 1 John chapter 2, verse 20. 1 John, yeah, that's it.
We could probably get it Thursday night.
1 John 2 and 20. But ye have been unctioned, you have a God-given right, from the Holy One, and ye know all things. So the Most High gave us an unction to know all things. Okay? That's a blessing, man. That only the men of the Lord got, man. Right? Which, like I was going into earlier, it starts with this wisdom. This is the foundation, man. Okay? And you're going to need that wisdom. Like he said, he was trying to tell people on his job, so, man, that's not wise, man. Okay? That's why brothers did that. When you first come in, your original objective is to tell everybody. But then you realize this truth is an open secret. Without it openly, but it's still a secret. It's not for everybody, man. So don't be astonished when you see people can't receive it. Because the Lord wants it that way, man. The Heavenly Father set it up that way, man. Okay? So our job, we just got to hold on to the secret, man. You bring it out openly. Okay?
This one is good.
Huh? The weather?
This one is good. This
Yeah,
one is hot.
Hot, yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah, the breeze.
Yeah.
Very good. Like I was saying, man. So another thing, how they feminize our emoji. See? Spirit, man. Two effeminate chains. That's why the scripture says this. We get the book of Isaiah. They understand that the man is the head. Forget what the Lord said to Mark 13. Matthew 13. Isaiah 1 and 9. Except Yahawashi of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, we should have been like unto Gomorrah. We'd have been totally destroyed. Okay? Had the Most High leave a small remnant, it didn't necessarily need the homosexuals. We would have been destroyed, man. So the Most High always had a remnant, a small field. You see? And the reason why the Jakes bugged out like that, because it starts with what? Destroying the man. And Esau strategically did that by giving these hoes power, man. That's what it comes down to, man. Alright? And that's against the order of Yahawah Shah, man. Because these women can't lead nothing, man. They're not put up, they're not set up, they weren't designed to lead, man. They were designed to follow, man. That's why everything is out of whack. Everything is out of order, man. Alright? That's why this place is called Babylon. Or Babel. Confusion. The Most High is raising up men right now. See? This truth is getting your manhood back, man. That's why the scripture says we get Proverbs chapter 8 verse 4. Matter of fact, no, we get Matthew 13. Matthew, this whole area crazy, man. Let me see it. I think it's Mark 3. That'd be that. Yeah, Mark chapter 3. Mark chapter 3. Mark 3:27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, then he will spoil his house. Okay? Only way, man, you gotta bind him up. That's what happened to the men of this nation, man. They were broken down, man. You see? It says you shall go to your enemies with a want of all things, man. But Yahawashi, that's what it says. Let me get Hosea chapter 6. Matter of fact, let me get Psalms. Psalm chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High says, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? These Edomites, man. Fake Jew, you so-called Edomite Christians, alright? For thou shouldest take thy covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instructions, and cast my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, thou consentest with him, and hast been partaken with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. That scripture says, therefore it is applied. The wicked is estranged from the womb. Right? And as soon as he's born, he's what? He's speaking lies, man. Thou hast things thou hast done, and I kept silent. Feminizing our men. Okay? Buck breaking, turning Jake out, stripping our nationality, miming us, castrating us, okay, physically and spiritually. But this is what the Most High said. Thou givest thy mouth to do evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, Esau speaking out against Jacob, and thou slanderest thy own mother's son. These things thou hast done, and I kept silence. Thou thought that I was altogether such as one as thyself, says Rfid. Jesus is a white man, right? Right. But I will reprove thee correctly, and I will set them in order before thine eyes, man. Most High setting up his people in order, man. Starting with the men, man. Okay? The sons of Israel, man. Read on. So the Most High said what? That he would set us in order before their eyes. You see? This is an army, man. Okay, the 144,000, yeah, we're shepherds and prophets and priests. But this is also an army, man. This is King David's army that's being built again, man. Alright? And of course the top general is Yahawashi, man. Chief in command. Right? Yahawah made him the heir over his tabernacle of his army, man. This is an army, man, that the Lord is building. Alright? Those mighty men that you read about, when you read about King David and his mighty men, put thousands of men to death. 37 mighty men. This is it, man. But now it's 144,000, man. Alright? Everybody gonna get their ass kicked, man, when the Lord raises us up. Everybody. Men, women, children, it don't matter. Alright? That's the real hunters right there, man. They Esau gonna get his rounds in. When the Lord raises us up, that's it. Everybody gonna be running, man. Alright? It says, let me get that. Leviticus 26 and 5. It says, and I will give you peace, 26 and 6. And he shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will rid evil beasts of the land, neither shall the sword go through your land. And he shall chase your enemies. They shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight. And your enemies shall fall before you by the sword, man. When the Lord raised up that army, man, King David's army, man, the mighty men, which is the 144,000, man. Okay? And you see it, Lord willing, members of the 144, the birds you see out there prophesying, alright, bringing out the true gospel of Yahawashi. That's his army, man. Right now you might be feeble and weak, sick, alright? The scripture says what the Paul said, even though the outward man perish, the inner man grows stronger day by day. Within a blinking of an eye, the Lord will change all that, man. As it says, let me get Isaiah chapter 40, verse 29. See? And right now, you know, people fan their hand and shake their head. That's all right. Because soon we're going to have your ass running, man. Alright? Isaiah chapter 40, verse 29. He giveth power to the faint. I just said that. Alright? Right now, brothers is faint. You know, brothers is loud, brothers is sick. See? Battling either mental or physical problems. See? Where the scripture says what? He giveth power to the faint. And to them that have no might, he increases strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary. But the young men shall utterly fall. Which that did happen. But they that wait upon Yahawashi shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, man. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint, man. Brothers gonna have to fly, man. Brothers gonna have control over the elements, man. Okay? Brothers gonna walk down Esau with all his technology, man. And that's when everybody's gonna want to believe it. Because these people seeing and believing. And you're going to see the works, man. Just like people saw Solomon's wisdom. They saw Yahawashi's works. People going to see that spiritual power. And the Lord said in that day he shall do even greater. Alright? So what we going to see? What we going to do? Oh boy. That's going to be a beauty to behold. Brothers gonna get that power from on high, man. Go ahead, drink. God's raising up that army, man. Right? We're going to execute judgment. Alright? We're going to chase you. Let's get that, Jeremiah. Let's get that. I quoted it earlier, but I'm going to read it. Jeremiah 16. Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I sent for many fishes, saith Yahawashi. That's what we're doing right now, fishing. Right? The net is the word, the sea is the people, man. And you get good and bad fish. The bad fish get thrown back out. See? The good fish the Lord keep. So read it, Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishes, saith Yahawashi, and they shall fish them. And after, again, and after will I send for many hunters. They shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. 17. For my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, nor is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. 2/3, man. And it goes to Esau and other nations too. See? Oh, who has the spirit? See, Eve, even a massa. See? That's the spirit, man. And both gonna go down together. Eve as well as Esau. Even Esau. Okay? They all gonna go down together. Alright? When the Most High raise up the Israelite man. It says, for my eyes upon all their ways.
Yo, man, there's no God. Forget about it.
And they that hid from my face. That was the devil right there. Alright? It says, neither is iniquity hid from mine eyes. And first will I recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they defile my land. They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things, man. Talking about there's no God right there. I just talked about that earlier. There's no fear of the Lord, man. There's no fear of Yahawashi, man. No fear, man. But when the Most High raise up the tabernacle of David, we're going to execute fear, man. Harsh judgment, man. Okay? Horrible judgment is coming, man. See, the Most High loves people like that, man. The Most High loves to humble people, man. Because after he got through with the Egyptians, Pharaoh knew there was a God or a higher power, man. Alright? The Canaanites knew about Yahawah, man. After he got through with them, man. The ancient Egyptians, man. When you read the book of Judith, the Ammonite, he said, look, if their God is with them, there's nothing we can do against him. They knew and understood that. They're about to see that again. Okay? They're about to know Yahawah, and they're about to know his son Yahawashi, because it's men about to execute judgment. And Yahawashi coming, man. People talking about there's no God. Let me read Psalms the 14th chapter. See? But that, I expect the Edomite to say that. Because that's in their mind, man. And that was a foolish woman, by the way, man. You know, for us saying that, you don't remember she's going to die on this side in the kingdom. She's going to be a slave. And she's going to pay for the idol person she just said for 1,000 years. Alright? She's going to pay for that, man. Daily, man. You read Psalms 14:1. The fool have said in his heart, there is no God. That's what they say. They are all corruptible. They are all done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. None. None of these nations are righteous, man. For you idiots who say that Job is a righteous Edomite, when Job hated the Edomites, when you read Job the 30th chapter, man. Job couldn't stand these Edomites, man, what you call Caucasians today, man. Alright? He tells you that they were the children of fools. You just heard what she said. There is no God and there is no power. Alright? Alright. Okay. We're going to find out, man. Let me get that. Matter of fact, I read that precept. I'm going to read it now. Jeremiah chapter 32. Oh, Shalom, brother. Yahawashi Yahshua Barakatah. Yahawashi Yahshua Barakatah. Yahawashi Yahshua Barakatah. Alright? Y'all going to do the work? Oh, y'all finished? Alright.
Go somewhere else, go hit another spot.
Alright. Keep pushing, brother. Keep pushing, man.
You watching the video still to this moment?
Yeah. Same here. You was out there yesterday.
Yeah, I was out there yesterday.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Shalom.
You see the bridges on brothers besides the brothers that you are.
Yeah. Same here. Yasharala. Shalom.
Stay safe out here, stay in the spirit.
Appreciate that, brother. The water. Alright. See? You got the tabernacle of David getting built up, man. Those are young brothers, man. Because we're all young men. We all came into this as young men. We're still young men. We got more brothers waking up, man. Because we're at the end. I just talked about what? This is that army, man. That Yahawashi is building up. Alright? Now guess what? We're going to execute judgment on you people, man. You see? We're going to exercise. It's going to be nothing but fear, man. You know, that demon earlier, man. Man, I can't wait for the Most High to start dropping people, man. He shook y'all with that earthquake. That didn't bring enough fear yet. Not yet. Gonna do more works. I'm gonna read it. Jeremiah 32. Jeremiah chapter 32. Verse, let's see. Jeremiah 32, verse 20. Jeremiah 32:19. Great counseling, iniquity, and work, when thine eyes are open upon all the ways of the sons of men, to give everyone according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. The Heavenly Father eyes is upon the sons of men, the heathen nations, man. Verse 21. Verse 20. Which has set signs and wonders in the land of Egypt, even unto this day, and in Israel, and among other men, and has made thee a name, as at this day, and has brought forth thy people Israel out of the land of Egypt with signs and with wonders and with a strong hand and with a stretched out arm and with great terror, man. Rakatha Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahawashi, man. The Most High brought great terror on them ancient Egyptians, man. They didn't know Yahawah before that, man. But after he got through with them, they knew that there was a God, man. And there's only one God, man. That's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The God of the children of Israel, man. And the Most High did what? He brought forth great terror, signs, and wonders to deliver the Israelites, man. Okay? And he's going to do the same thing again, man. That's why it says, I read Jeremiah 16, but I'm going to jump back. There's a point I want to get in verse 14. See? This whole thing is about, like that brother there, learn the word and he just push it, man. That's it, man. You gotta wait on nobody, man. The Most High gave you a talent, you get it, you push. Alright? And you wake up other men. Because the faster brothers wake up, the quicker this thing happens, man. Okay? Who Yahawashi waiting on? Yahawashi is waiting on his men. And that's it. And after that, he's going to unleash the death angels, man. It's all about the 144 waking up. Nothing else. Jeremiah 16:14. It says, therefore behold the days come, said Yahawashi Yahshua, and it shall be no more said, Yahawashi Yahshua liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out